all places where it ended up going
Yes.
to anyway. Maybe that was the the hint from the game saying, guys, we're going up here where everyone's dropping. We see two teams out immediately early on. First team we see drop is, guys, winners of last game in QUICKMATH.
Yeah, we're going to see as well KEBAB doing their usual. They're splitting up. So this might be the theme of how they like to play their games there.
Could be.
Because MFS, he's just going to be just behind the previous winners, and the rest of his team is splitting up a little bit here. MYM yet to jump just yet. Will they just go for their military base where they like to sit? We saw him go it on the first time around. Desperado's jumping down as well. This is looking... Okay, this is looking like a little bit more spread out here. And like you said, right, that's exactly what you expected to happen after that first game. We kind of got a feel for where people might go, and now we're seeing, okay, this can kind of even out a little bit. MYM are pretty much going to be directly on Unique this time, though, so they're going to fight for the kind of same area unless Unique go over towards Ferry Pier.
You see drone transport up in Yasnaya. They're splitting Yasnaya 2-2 once again. You have got Sweaty Nerds and Memo Siphon and Company going down towards Rostock alongside both Reciprocity and also Lucky Buff and Company. There's still, I mean, despite last game, there's still a ton of players in that crossroads section down by apartments.
Yeah, you can see it as well. Already some F's is going to take the knock. Laza wants to finish him off straight away, can just tap away ever so quietly, and the first player's already going out of this.
Let's see here, Laza taken down immediately right off the bat, and that's not going to be the start that KEBAB'S wanted in this game.
Now, I'm wondering with Unique's drop there, did they go to try and contest military and then just said, okay, wait a second, we'll let MYM have it? Because two players didn't go up towards it, and the other two players ended up at Pier, so maybe a bit of miscommunication to start things off with.
Very, very, very common split in the western side of things. Very pure split that Unique is sort of utilizing right now. Saying we're just going to take one compound each here, trying to see if they can secure themselves some loot. We'll have the chance to, again, I mean, we talk about this point system, right? If you can sit and hold those guys rotating on the bridge, we saw that MEETYOURMAKERS took that western bridge last game.
Yeah.
This game, sure, it... Well, no, I'm not even going to say it's going to go military because it won't. And now that I said it, could happen. But no, we could see the guys from Unique actually set up shop on the western bridge. They're trying to see if they can hold off MEETYOURMAKERS.
I'd be shocked and stunned if it went towards there just now. That would be the ultimate luck of all things to be played into.
You never know. You see Wizards here in the exact same spot that they had their 2-2 split going last game. The Wizard and the library or police station or whatever you want to call the school over there on the other side of things. You got the guys in KEBAB, or at least three of them, trying to see if they can get anything going up by Stalber. Had a very, you called it interesting, split last game with MFS kind of on his own. Not sure if it's just because he never really got to go with his teammates, and then because of that, there was like, if I had to rotate to you now, there's going to be so many people to run through, it's going to be too risky. Let me just chill here, and then we'll see if we can work off of it somehow. Didn't work, unfortunately, for them when they had to go inside the city, but now at least they're closer to one another.
Yeah, true. He could have been easily picked off at that point, so you kind of have to sit in it and just deal with where you're going to be for the rest of the game. They don't want to allow it to happen this time around, but the only thing I'm a little bit scared about for them, they already lost a man early on, and that's the less than ideal situation, to be straight away early on while 16 teams are still alive and you're already down to just 3 players.
Very much so. You see QUICKMATH here getting looted up. We talked about them just before. Winners of that chaotic, almost through it, but in the end secured the game, as you said, with style. It's like, we don't need 4 players alive in the end of the game. We'll just take it with 1. That's all good. No pressure on Pelsic at all to get that final kill out the window. It's like, just do it, Pelsic. We went down. We will let you have the credit. Flower here getting looted up, trying to see if he can get something going before they eventually will have to leave the military base.
Yeah, and they will have to leave sooner rather than later because of where that circle may end up going. Like we said, very unlikely now, the position they're in. But I'd say definitely for QUICKMATH, right? You had such a good first game. You can have the confidence flowing in them. Look at the split up towards the north at the moment. They've got plenty to loot around here. And then the only team they've really got to worry about, and they already have an awareness that MFS jumped with them at the same time away from his team. He's now grouped up within them.
We're looking at that center on the map. If we look at the circle center, people always want to get greedy in the first circle. They want to get in. They want to get themselves that really, really good centered compound with a bigger chance of being inside circle number 2. But looking at the area at which is kind of solidifying around what we see right here with Tausera and company being in the dead center on the northern side of farm, up by shelter. You have lobby, you have Alamo. It's such an open area. There aren't a lot of compounds. I mean, there are compounds, but teams will look to split in between them, meaning there aren't a lot of compounds for a lot of teams because the fewer teams will have taken multiple places. And you rarely ever pull up on a compound in the very first, maybe first or second circle if you know there are other. It's just not worth it, really. So look to see a lot of teams not be able to go that far center in the very, very first circle here. M249 though, up for grabs, and it's going to be the guys at Desperado to secure themselves that one.
Yeah, that's a nice little pickup for them to start things off with. Puts the smoke on it, make sure no one can pick them off from far away. Let's just be cautious.
I like how they looted and then they smoked.
It was the third player that came along and went, guys, we're being a little bit risky here. Let's put down the smoke. You know, I don't want to see one of us get picked off. I don't want to engage in a fight early on where we just want to loot and then get the hell out of there.
Or maybe his job was just to smoke off the crate, but he was late for work that day. And then he was like, I might be late, but I will do my job nonetheless. In the end, they did.
It got called to him like 3 minutes ago, and he's like, I still got it, guys.
Did you need my smoke? Oh, we looted already? Okay, never mind, never mind. But nonetheless, they got it without taking any casualties, so that must mean that smoke paid off in the end as he called the Mensa down there, getting himself looted up on the crate. Circle's going to start closing on in Pelsish on the far northern side, like to call it the scenic route. Up there trying to get that finishing loot game going before they have to inevitably make their rotation. And the Unique sitting up shop on the eastern side, not going for that bridge camp as we thought they might. But who knows, they might just run into one another in the later stages.
Yeah, and like we said, right, a little bit more of an even split here. Yasnaya, we thought might be, again, heavily contested. It's already had a little bit of a run through. Team KEBAB, are they all together in one vehicle up there at the north? We've got Besika that they're kind of, okay, they went for the Hail Mary play in map 1. This time around, they're going to be a little bit more cautious when it comes to it.
Swarm is in one car, up against KEBAB in one car. I see what you're doing right now. But I mean, you gotta say, you called out KEBAB last game for not rotating together. Now they're rotating together.
That's rotating together too much for my liking, right? All that's going to take is someone to spray down your car and it's game over for you guys early on.
I mean, every game you see someone pick up an M249 and you see another team rotating 4 guys in one vehicle, you immediately think, oh, something's going to go wrong here. But fortunately, they're very far away from Desperado. We do see people rotating on in here. The furthest away team from the circle is going to be 2 of Yuho and company, have to make their way in. I believe pretty much everyone else is in already. Meteormakers taking that western bridge rotation will be inside the circle in just a few moments as well. And now it's going to be interesting to see, because if this next circle centers up just like we see the current one is, you can see it already now. There's not a lot of compounds available. So for the teams that are currently out on those edges waiting for that next circle to shift to either side, if that centers up, it's going to be hard for them to find a place to call their own.
And as you can see, MYM are going to go across the bridge now. They're not going to be contested at bridge itself, but as they work their way in, there's a great chance they'll walk into Unique, who will certainly be ready for it, knowing exactly where they dropped.
Guys up here on the top of things, trying to see if they can spot that compound down there, but Fake and Talsero, believe me, will do everything they can to hold them off. You see, Loggy has already taken damage. I believe that should be the call for them to get out of there.
Yeah, that'll be the understanding of, okay, we're not willing to take this just yet, we'll wait it on. Scream's going to come in with a first knock, though, for himself.
And there you go. Securing himself a knock up on this northern side of Potato Hill. It's going to be Amir Moore with the newly added PP Bison taken straight out of, well, I guess reality, but also other games we've seen them use before, making a little snail track with this ammunition. You do have plenty of ammo when you have a weapon with 53 bullets in the chamber.
Yeah, that's a spray and pray on what you need, right? That's the gun where you can just hold down.
There. That is pretty. I think he's not expecting to be rest. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for that to kind of come into play and happen. Simsy, though, he's going to be knocked off. And he's quite far away from his teammates. Apocalypse going to go straight in and just finish him off. No problem at all there. We Loggy Buff, who ends up getting the kill, though.
Circle send us up, as we talked about. Goes a little further north. Northern compounds available. But as you can see, not really a lot of teams forced to make moves. You do see Fake and company from Desperado will be making the move, at least over to the other side. Calvin will go up from farm, saying this is too far south for us. No reason for us to sit down here. But for the teams on the northern side, at least for now, they will have that north side room to work with.
Yes, still all the teams remaining, but we've seen some deaths across the board. KEBAB, once again, they've not had the easiest time wherever they've gone. Desperados are just going to be checking around them. They know they're going to be heavily on the contestant. They're spraying it through. He knows they're close. He can hear the nade going to be pinned off.
We need a
good
home.
teamwork.
Sure they do, but down he goes.
That was really smart as well. Smashbay was trying to put a lot of pressure on there, but Cold kept him waiting, kept him busy. And Tawoza came through and just finished him off.
Well-timed peek by him as well, because he waited. Then when he heard that nade, like when he heard the splinter pull out of the nade, that's exactly when he knew to peek, because we will catch him off guard. Did so, and got himself the kill off it too.
Time to strike indeed, and it worked out for him.
Sweating Nerds, a team that we didn't see a whole lot of last game. They were they were a part of the Yasnaya chaos, but other than that, they had that somewhat rough rotation coming up on the northern side. But now it seems like they've got themselves a compound to work with, a little on the western side. But as you can see, Siphon taking shots, trying to hold everyone at bay, but also, of course, most importantly, get a lot of info should the next circle not work towards their side. Up doing some donuts, trying to fool out, or what do you say, trick the observer, but nope, the observers are right on point. The amazing guys here at Starlight are doing everything they can to deliver us all the amazing action that's coming your way.
Now a little bit of a battle going off between Wizards. They're firing off some shots. We can see it was towards Sweaty Nerds, who we were just looking at previously.
What is it with 4 people in one vehicle? It looks pretty when they jump out, right? It's just,
just
but that's the only positive thing about it.
It literally makes me facepalm and give me a slight heart palpitations, because I can't deal with it. I'm just waiting for it to go down. Swarm though, the P6 is going to try and spray down the vehicle that's going to be coming out from the KEBAB'S. There's only, what, 2 or 3 of the players left in KEBAB at the moment?
Something like that. Not really the kind of start they would have wanted. Shish takes down now, and that's all up to MFS. He was a lone wolf last game. This time around, he will be not by choice, but because his teammates are down and out. Alia might have that nade right on the money. Oh my god! Just in time, gets over the wall to get on out, and now with the vehicle tries to get the hell out of Dodge.
MFS is like, I know I'm not going to be able to save my teammates, so I'm just going to drive away as they go to finish him off. Now, this is not the greatest start for Team KEBAB, but they are looking around, right? They're getting a bit of information in terms of how this is being played out. We can see MFS going in for that scout, but he could just be driving straight into Wizards that aren't that far away from him, and he needs to be oh so cautious right now, because he's just hurtling away from what he believes is the main danger, but he could be running into the next set.
Exactly. Vehicle is very, very low HP. I like how Unity throws a nade up here. They heard all the commotion earlier with BESIKTAS up here, and they just want to make sure that there's no one sitting around there. Ooh, gotta watch out, MFS. He does get out alive though, and does manage to make his way safely inside the compound. New circle's just about to pop. Where are we headed? Center. But once again, the more center, the fewer compounds available.
Yep, and this will make a bit more of an open fight as we come down into it, depending on where the rest of the circles go. MYM just on the edge of it. Wizards still got themselves in a nice position, but they're already going to start to rotate closer towards the circle here. Lux has been knocked here by Unique. Play with me, able to get it done. Will be able to finish him off. Team Unity as well. They're just held up at the moment. They can hear what's going on around them. Orange Snow going on a little bit of a scouting mission here to see what else is around, where else they might be able to play for.
Get too greedy, Orange. You know, they might feel down there. Turns around though and secures himself the spot. This used to be the groupie tip, but I maybe it's still the name. I don't know. It's a good place to play from though. You need to have a certain control, and they do, because they have teams up on the top hill now. Stand-in spots out Tomil. That's gonna be one down. Will they go out in 16th once more? We see Drain has already gotten one down, taken guy down, taken out as well. Lux goes down and out. That's once again BESIKTAS down in 16th with 0 points to their name.
Yeah, not an ideal start across both games for him. The first one was kind of, okay, you can forgive him for that. This second one just wasn't smart.
Yeah, I don't know. They lose that first guy. They tried to scout. They didn't notice that there were people up on the hill with them. He goes down. Unfortunate. But then off of that, in a position where they couldn't really do a whole lot, just gets caught off guard. That's a unfortunate scenario. Wizards now, though, pushing down full force straight into looking for a team. But there are only 2 guys there to hold them off. And Lhasa and Mithralius, they're not there at all. They're in the compound on the southwestern side. It was a good split, but they were not prepared for that push.
What a play from Wizards is, okay, they had the numbers advantage, but they were running straight into him.
Yeah.
They jump out in time and still able to finish it off. The AWM there as well, for anyone that wants to go and try and grab that.
That's a nifty little crate, rather far out in the open. But you know, as Coldamensa says, just throw smoke on it and it's yours.
A delayed smoke.
A delayed smoke on it, and it's yours. I was just going to mention this area before as well. You do have shelter available. It can fit in a few teams, but for the most part, you don't want to be in here if you can sort of avoid it. There are some outside positions, but you can get locked down inside of shelter. So but look at this MEETYOURMAKERS. Oh, this vehicle, it's giving away a position, MFS.
Yeah,
it's giving away a position.
once again, completely pinned down. They're aware of where he might be. All it's going to take is one wrong turn, and they'll be straight on top of him. Orange Snow, he was the scout for Team Unity. He's going to be finished off there.
That's going to be right on the money. Ooh, it's far up in the corner, just exactly. And for those of you guys who are confused by the crosshair signs, there you go, he does go down. Nate, oh, he knocked himself with a nade. That's what you want to have happen, Flowery. But what I was going to say, if you're confused by the small crosshair logos on your screen every now and again, that's an indication that someone made a headshot on that person. Just if you guys are confused by like, why was there just a crosshair on his face? That's because he got a bullet to the head.
No, yes, headshots make the dream work, as this next circle is going to proceed. And again, pretty central regardless. More over towards the southeast, but it's going to play into that open area.
Yeah, we have pretty much 3 compounds available in this one. Mithralius' compound, ELGIGANTEN's, and then you have the area of shelter itself. On the far southern side, you can lay low down there if you want to, but pushing out from it later on in the game, it's going to be so hard if a team like Lipson and company is sitting up on that hill waiting for you.
And you can see AVANGAR's position just there as well. They were playing really off towards the southwest. They didn't want to kind of engage in this just yet. Alya's managed to find Aros and will completely finish him off there. Well, he actually gets finished off by Hugstar, so it gets stolen away. But either way, the knock was done by Alya, and that's what's important. He's going to take some further damage, though. Now he's made the noise. Heavy fire coming up towards him, and he doesn't want to try and take this fight just yet.
See, Amorous taking down here in the distance as well as in the far western side of things. The guys trying to make that push down from the Potato Mountain of things. It's not going to be an easy one. There are 2 teams holding them off. Reciprocity alongside Unique. Unique might just be able to third-party this one, actually. As we go further down here, O'Connell still laying low in their little dip. They know exactly what to expect because they just flew down there themselves.
Scoom's been finished off as well by Unique. Bit of a battle back and forth here.
See ELGIGANTEN as well, trying to hold everyone away. And this is what we're talking about, the contrast to those just Naya games. You want to be able to have yourself a compound and keep everyone at a distance. Have control of everything that's going on. But now we are going over to the Reciprocity fight. Unique did manage to get around the corner, get themselves a third party on, and Rafi went down in the transaction of that. Now, all I believe there's remaining is going to be Hexetti.
What I'm really liking here, right, and I don't want to just focus on Wizards because they had one great kill game, but again, no matter when these fights are going on, they're still able to take these engagements. Okay, they've lost 1 player already, but they're still happy to try and take some of these extra fights here, and we're still seeing them come up on the scoreboard.
And there are multiple positive things you can get from that. One thing is, fool your team to believe there are more people alive than what there are. Broken, get inside! Oh, Jessica.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God, they bounce off the chat. Bro, you're going down and toe hard to one of his teammates as well. Wow, that nade was right on the money.
Chaos ensues. It all happens once again. The grenades, it pushed them into different positions and just surrounded them with it. They are going to be able to pick them back up, but this was an awkward position for them to be in. They're all having to get their first aids in as well.
Look at this. If you don't like 4 guys in a vehicle, you're not going to like 3 guys in one Litzy Bitsy Tiny Shag either. It's going to be a tricky position to play from, and they won't be able to do anything but sit around here and hope that Wizards can't throw an aid through that window.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to if there's any grenade aim coming in. It's going to push them out into the open regardless. Sweaty Nerds, though, able to finish off a Rubsy there from MYM. We'll give them a kill for them to push up into this and give them a little bit of hope to get some extra points in there.
MEETYOURMAKERS had that fight with MFS up on the northern side, up by the yellow houses. That allowed for Sweaty Nerds to prepare for them coming in from that side. No vehicles were used, so they knew exactly where to expect them coming from. And as you can see here, all just waiting for them on the edge of the circle. We do see MEETYOURMAKERS so trying to make that run around on the other side of things, and they'll just be running straight down into Wizards.
VENKONAS, they'll be eliminated, though, as the next team to go down. Unique getting that final finish off onto Test. I'm very spread out on where we are at the moment within this circle. Unique's got a lot of space to play with. AVANGAR's rotated all the way up to around towards the north. They were fighting at the southeastern side over towards Shelter previously. ELGIG have got themselves in such a nice spot. The circle's worked out for them once again. It's Wizards who are still engaging in these fights as well.
ELGIGANTEN is going to be in for a hard one. It's not only going to have to hold off the guys in AVANGAR, but there might just be multiple other teams pushing down that direction. Only issue here being, as you can see, there are pretty much no drivable vehicles remaining. So for that YOLO push you could sometimes do into a compound, it's not going to be possible any longer. You'll have to make that run up in the open, and it's going to burn through all of your utility doing so.
And you don't want to waste too much early on, right? You can be full committal to it, and then actually it kind of hinders you later on within the game.
Very, very, very true. BenQ and company trying to make their way out. They do still have their vehicles. Where will they go, though? There's pretty much no clear entry point to this circle. And this is what happens when you try to get inside those vehicles late on in the game. There is no room, no mercy. And Lhasa now getting pushed up on by the entirety of Swindlers, and they will be able to get this compound. The guys from Looking for a Team, they had a 2-2 split earlier. And as you can see here, even in a thinner 1-1 split, now Lhasa is not going to be able to hold off the entirety of Sweaty Nerds.
The P6, he's completely pinned down. He watched the rest of his team get destroyed, and he's going to have to start making a move for it. Wizards are directly wanting to hunt him down here. They know exactly where he's going to be positioned, and they just want him to move out. They know he's going to have to be sat there for quite some time to try and fight off this circle. Okay, the damage isn't massively high just yet, but it starts to get towards it. Tapping away, very nice.
Yep, they cannot give him up. They cannot just say, you know what, he's not going to make a move, let's just start running. They need to be ready. They need to be worried for him. And the issue is that he's the thorn in their side right now because he's preventing them from running further up in the open. They've already thrown their smokes, and by the time that he's going to die, those smokes will be gone again.
T-Bone's actually started to make his way further away from this fight. The other two players left on Wizards are trying to finish him. AVANGAR go out in 12th place, though. We didn't see too much from them in terms of the kill feed. I think maybe one potentially, and now they're going to be down and out of it already, not within the points. Not a good start for them here.
Well, this circle is very, very ruthless for anyone, not with any hard cover to work with. Not going to be easy at all. You see Dysa going down. O'Connell taken out there as well. You see those those smokes not there anymore, and that just means for ELGIGANTEN, they can just sit and they can fire away in the open fields.
Yeah, T-Bone's going to try and push into it, but it's not going to work out for him. Wizards will be the next team eliminated. They got a fair amount of kills this time, but it's probably not going to be enough overall. MEETYOURMAKERS go down in 10th, and this is where it's all starting to kick off. We spoke about the spread so far on the remaining circle, but it's all starting to pop off.
Look at this Siphon. They know he's in there. One goes down, though, with Thralius. Gets the finish off onto him as well. BenQ does manage to get in and get himself a knock and the finish off, and that's going to be Looking for a Team eliminated here. We do still have Orange Snow and company on the northern side in that dip up there, managing to keep 4 guys alive coming into now. They will have to work up against ELGIGANTEN because you can see on that northern side of the circle there's that little ridge to work with, and that's going to be what they're both going to be fighting for.
Yeah, it was really good from ELGIG. They held on to it, got a good amount of kills, but now it's time to rotate back around. They've got to be very cautious. They've got Desperados down towards them as well.
Where do you go from here? QUICKMATH still in the mix. We are within points gained for placements now, having 7 teams remaining. Desperado on the northern side. We haven't seen a whole lot of them action-wise in this game. They managed to get themselves into this good position up by Shelter early on, or somewhat early on at least. And from here they've been able to get a lot of info, but never really been forced to take any fights.
Now with that drop, they're looking at it and going, okay, do we take a look into it, but do we risk it? It's right on the road. Yep, let's go for the delayed smoke again. Let's wait and see if that's going to be the one for us to push through.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it. It might just not be in the end. ELGIGANTEN trying to figure out how to maneuver those vehicles around. There you go. We'll be able to turn it around. Ooh, don't run over your teammates here. This circle is closing on in, and if you do have one going down, that's going to be you down. I'll call the Menta, though. Nice headshot coming in with the Mini 14.
Yeah, that was some long range coming in as well. Very nicely done. Desperado's looking to finish off ELGIG before they can try and rotate into it. Savage was the one that get finished off completely. Not ideal for them. Unity here, just on the side, right? They know exactly where both Benk is, and there you go. That'll happen. That'll be him finished off. Unique playing into it, though. Unique's going to be the one that walk away. That's quite nice for them.
You see, Upika has actually been pushed in further forward, sort of isolated from his team, but now ELGIGANTEN Deek's last remaining player is like, okay, the other guys failed. It's all on me now. And nope, it's not going to work. Cold Menta once again active with the Mini, taking them out. It's going to be the 5th kill just for him this game, and he's on a rampage.
The good old rampage indeed, getting himself 5 kills. Not just in the points in terms of placements, but getting the points for the kills as well. Unity trying to give themselves a bit of cover here as they're being sprayed up into. Play with me. He's managed to avoid the further damage. The nades are going to come out towards him. He has to be oh so cautious, and that looks like it was nearly on the money.
Not nearly on the money enough for him to get the finish up. There you go. Bolorot does manage to secure himself the finish up. But Play With Me and company, they know for sure that they have Lipson and the guys from We Need a Home just over on the other side here. They're all inside the circle, but do they know that Ridder is inside the house down here? I'm not sure if they do.
Now Desperados, they don't want to get pinched here. They've got Unity right close to him. QUICKMATH were taking some shots onto him at the same time. Oh, he's crossed onto the road. He's in the open, and QUICKMATHs, they unleash. Bullets after bullets come flying in, and THESWARM nearly finished off. Now, Desperados could be going in for the complete flank and kill. The nades come in as well. This is not looking good for them. They don't have anywhere to hide, and Desperados going to be applying that pressure non-stop here. The smoke's trying to go down to give him some cover, but is it going to be enough? Not at all. As Zola, he comes in with further damage. We'll get another nade in. And Orange Snow, he's just going to be trying to crouch away. They're going to try and hide in that smoke and try and get some players back up. THESWARM, just the last member left for that team, left alive to try and hold on.
Yeah, very, very tricky to play from there. Somehow, these guys are not down and out just yet. THESWARM did the exactly smart, like the only smart thing you can do. They're trying to get over and get some more control. Look at this, 12 kills already for the guys in Desperado. Had a good going last game, but this time around, they surely show us what they're capable of doing. Ubica & Company trying to sit and position themselves into get a little bit of a peek down the hillside, but not able to spot anyone immediately.
Now Tauzera, what, that was double 5 kills we've seen from him, getting the damage done for his team there. Calvin Klein stepping in as well. QUICKMATH taking some further fire here. We need a home with 3 kills in some good positions here. What can Polideric do?
See Jupsik down here behind the... Oh no, that's that guy. Doesn't guarantee anything for shooting at him.
He's like, is it him? Is he?
Now
is he
I've hit
pro?
him 5 times with my... How much HP does this guy have again? Nope, that is a dead guy indeed. You see the guys in QUICKMATH, they have made their way over. Oh no, there's a second guy. That's going to be the guy to shoot at. Jupsik is down to low HP. Oof, just exactly can't get in. Trying to get further around the corner, but of course that's going to alleviate the sound. You see Silencio is looking up in that direction. He wants to get the angle on towards him. And you see all the smoke thrown here trying to get them some cover.
That was comical as well. Timing on it all as the circle starts to close in. QUICKMATH, not in a bad position, but they didn't have the high ground there over Niederholm. Desperado's just on the far kind of northwestern side.
Yeah, they have the edge up there to work with. A good, like, wide split they have there, and they have full control. I mean, if they have to move from up where they are, it's going to be tricky, but for right now, they can keep control of pretty much everything going on. Circle, though, does not favor them, and now they do have to make that run on forward. Fake made that, takes the knockout onto Lips and finishes him off as well.
Yeah, Lipsing goes down, and now it's all up to Polideric to try and hold this on. QUICKMATH going for the long-range shots, trying to pick them Desperados off from the distance. 15 kills. What
Dominating.
A play.
We have to go full Quake on this one when these things pop up. I've seen the Korean guys do it, and I mean, they're full in sync when they do these things. That's what we have to practice. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and then we gotta say it, you know?
All right, next one that comes up, we don't count it in, we just know. As soon as we see it, let's go. Teamwork is the dream work, and that's what's needed for these teams that are left alive. 4 teams left, make that 3 as We Need a Home is eliminated. He tried to hold on, but Rita Lel not going to be able to hold on much longer. Desperados, they were split up quite a bit. They had a lot of ground to cover here. They do need to be cautious, though, because QUICKMATH are just right on the other side of them. Unique have kept it quiet and chill, but now some shots come off towards them, and they are going to have to start to make a move.
Desperado is playing this so schematically correct. They're clearing everything, never ever making a move until they know exactly what they're running into. Super smart play by them. Fake through the nade in. He knew it was clear, and now he can make the run as well. But look at the Unique's position from up here on the hillside down in the south. Very smart positioning. But as you can see, both him faked before as well. None of these guys having helmets. It's just a matter of one bullet put into the right place, and these guys are going to be down and out.
Calvin Klein, though, will get himself a knock, looking to do some further damage. Got to be careful of the grenade coming out towards him. Does give him the knockback, though, so they're kind of trading 1 for 1 here. There's further damage coming out, and this is where all hell breaks loose, because it's going to be seeing what Desperados can do. They've got a lot of information to play with here, and it's Unique actually picking them off from afar, trying to come into the fray last minute here.
And once a third part of this, now the final death circle is going to commence in just a few seconds. It's a 2v2v2. It's pretty much anyone's game. So Sarah and Coldamenta will have to make that move from the hills, or from the little dip they have to work with on the other side down there in the north, but it's going to be on to the guys from Unique to make that run down the hill. They do have some trees to work with, as you can see, but it's not going to be a lot of cover for them.
Now, they do know where Jupzik is, but he's in quite a nice position. At least he's got some cover for him, at least for now. He's split away from his teammates, so it's easy for him to potentially get picked off here. Is he going to walk straight up into it, though? Coldamenta, he should be aware at this point. The smoke give him enough cover, but he does find the kill onto Jupzik. Well, at least a knock for now. Is he going to finish him off? He's waiting to see if he can bait out the other teammate, which is the smart play to do here. But it's going to be unique play with me coming in with that complete finish. But now, that gives Cold a good idea of where to look and where to kind of find some extra potential to get some kills here.
Gotta say, I wonder if Coldamenta wish he had one more smoke now. Just throwing it out there, but nonetheless, Coldamenta trying to see if he can spot out the guys. And there you go, first one spotted. And Silenzo, though, the sneaky peeky guy in the crash, has the cover, and he is gonna make the most of it. Just 1v1v1. Make that a 1v1 as solos now to Sarah against Silenzo, last remaining teams in the game. And look at this QUICKMATH once again, back-to-back with a chance to get double victories.
Double victories this early on is not just going to give him the confidence, it's going to give him a massive point lead. They've had 3 kills this game. Can Silenzo make it another one? He's going to come in there, but he can't get it done. And it's Desperados walking away with the win. And that is a 19-kill game. That is how you go into first place in style.
Absolutely insane. We talked about them coming into the final circles here, not having the biggest impact on the game. But all of a sudden, after the whole push out from ELGIGANTEN, they just turned on the engine, pushed exactly how they had to, and got themselves the wins off of it.